Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about my recent favorites. I've got some makeup, some beauty, some fashion stuff, and we're going to be doing it a little bit differently. If you guys have been with me for a while, I usually just kind of do a sit down video or whatever, but we're going to do this, I guess, kind of vlog style. I'm on my vlogging camera. So for me, it feels like more vlog style. It's going to just be a little bit more casual. I'm going to be putting the makeup on as we do this, sort of like a get ready with me with my favorites. So we're going to start with the Westman Atelier Vital Skincare Concealer. I have been loving this concealer. So I've been using the shade L4 and they sent me two shades, which I'm so grateful for. They sent me two shades, L4 and then M1. Yes, M1. So light 4, medium 1. And I've been using the light 4, but it just looks a little bit like it's highlighting underneath my eyes. And I wanted something a little bit closer to my skin tone. So I'm gonna try the M1, even though in this little window here, it looks a little bit dark to me, but we're gonna try it because this is, I believe, just like one shade up from the L4. And you don't need a lot of this concealer at all. It is very, very pigmented. And I was, I gotta say, I was kind of surprised at how pigmented this concealer is. And I said this, I think, when I tried it in a trying to makeup video, because, Westman Atelier, like the makeup is so natural and kind of light and just, throw it on easy. Not that this isn't easy, but it just felt like it was going to be a concealer that was really kind of light and sort of like serumy. This is not at all. This has high coverage. This has a thicker, kind of a tacky texture, which I think is great. Those are the concealers, at least for me, that stay put. So I'm guessing it's because Gucci Westman is a makeup artist, and so she's really like into not just the ease of being able to use makeup and creating makeup for like women on the go, but having makeup that actually performs really, really well. So I have been loving this concealer. I don't have to powder it down. I do have dry skin, but I don't have to powder it to kind of keep it in place, to keep it from creasing or, kind of like falling into my fine lines. Nothing like that. Okay, I think the M1 shade is the one for me. Yeah, I feel like that's the perfect match for my skin. So it blends in beautifully. I can use my fingers. I can use this brush, which I've been loving. This is the Esom V27 brush. It's a little bit on the smaller side, but I think because I apply so little, or I need so little of this product, I like using a smaller brush and blending it out kind of slowly. So yeah, so this brush concealer combo has been great. But yeah, this M1 I think is the one. M1 is the one. Let me hit these spots here on my face. Yeah, this just blends out beautifully for a concealer that is a little thicker, a little tackier with this high coverage. It usually takes a bit more to blend out. So it blends out like a light concealer, like a serum-y kind of concealer, but it really performs like a heavy duty concealer. Do you see how highly pigmented that is? I barely see those giant sunspots I have on my cheek. Is that not amazing? Love, love, love this concealer. In fact, I'm just gonna keep going. And you guys know, I love just, concealing around my eyes and then hitting like all this discoloration that I have on my face and then calling it a day. I don't always like to put a full face of foundation on, so this concealer has been perfect for me. It has also been a great pairing with foundations that I've already talked about, so I didn't want to bore you guys with that, but like the Dew or Stick foundation, the Charlotte Tilbury stick foundation, which is like her Hollywood Flawless Filter in a stick. Great pairing to both of those. Isn't it so great? It's like undetectable, except for the fact that you don't see all that discoloration anymore. So good. So I am like continuously impressed with this concealer. Like every time I put it on, I'm like, oh my God, it's so good. It's so good. So just a quick update on my shade. I think M1 is a really great kind of like natural shade. If you do use me as a shade reference, L4 is great. I think if you want to like brighten up your under eyes. I haven't really been in that mood. I kind of have been looking for concealers that just like match my skin tone. So M1 is great for that. Okay, so for blush, I have really been loving these Chanel Cream to Powder blushes. Yeah, that's the full name. Wow, I actually got the full name the first try. Okay, so the two shades that I've been loving, because I purchased all 5, but the two shades that I keep going back to is the Beige Eclatant, which is very, very light, very nudie peach. And then the Rose Ardent is this guy, just kind of like a straight up pinky blush shade. So I think what I'm gonna use is the Rose Ardent. I've been going really hard with the beige, the Beige Eclatant. So let me go back to the Rose Ardent. These were the two blushes that I brought to Milan when I went earlier in September, and oof, they were perfect. They don't fade, they go on like quickly, beautifully. They never let me down. I was usually getting ready in kind of a rush, so they were absolutely perfect. Okay, I'm actually testing out a new brush. So don't mind this, you may be seeing this in the future, but I just wanted to see how this brush worked with a formula like this, because I've been testing it with creams and I've been testing it with powders, but nothing like this, so I'm very curious how this works. Not bad, not bad. I don't know if this is the brush I reach for, but it does work. Good to know. I can't wait to show you guys this brush, talk about this brush some more. Yeah, so there is Rose Ardent. It's really pretty. The colors don't have like any shimmer to them. They don't have any like, you know, color shifting or anything. They're just really, really pretty cream to powder blushes. I really love the staying power of them, and I just really like the shades and how they perform and how they're really easy to use. They're great. Another blush that I want to mention, and these are kind of new, but they're definitely making it into my monthly favorites, are these Ravi Beauty blushes. These are gorgeous. These are absolutely gorgeous. They are the Endless Diffusion Everyday Baked Blush. I'm holding up the shade Paradise. This is the most neutral of the 3 that I believe she came out with. And then here's one that's a little bit brighter. This one is Daydream. I don't use this one as much as I use Paradise, but they're beautiful. I use these in trying new makeup video, and since then I've just been like thinking about these blushes, just like, oh, that Ravi Beauty blush, so nice. Stayed put, easy to apply. These are a baked product, so they just sort of like melt onto the skin. They apply beautifully. I wonder if I can apply a little bit on top. I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense even, but let's go for it. I'm just gonna apply a little bit to the apples of my cheeks here. The blush is very powdery, so don't like jab your brush into the pan. Otherwise you'll end up with like a lot of kick up, which you don't want. Just a really gorgeous formula, really gorgeous shade. I'm really, really kind of blown away by these. So I wanted to mention them even though they're very new, but I wanted to mention them because they're great. Okay, as for highlight, I thought I would mention this palette even though this one is brand new as well, but the concept of this palette, the formula of this palette is not new at all. And this is the Makeup Forever Blush and Glow palette. So this is like the 3rd iteration of this palette. This is the OG. This one basically has like flesh tones from light to deep, and then it has a couple of like highlights in here. So this is like the original palette that had me fall in love with these. And then they came out with a version that was kind of like half flesh colors and then like half like highlight blush colors. And now this latest one is just blush and highlight. So I really enjoy blending these two together. This one is a little bit on the cooler side. This one is a little bit on the warmer side. So I feel like when I mix the two, I get kind of like a nice neutral shade. By mixing, I mean I just pick up a little bit of this and a little bit of that and just tap on. And when I was trying this in a trying to makeup video, I was kind of joking. I was like, I love anything that makes me look really like slick and oily. That's really not the effect that this has. It really just is a very creamy kind of highlight. I was joking because I have dry skin and I'm like, yes, give me all the creamy and all the oily look. But it really is just a gorgeous, gorgeous highlight. Isn't that so pretty? I love that. Kind of like a sweaty, sexy kind of look. So this is like the new highlight love in my life. Let's move on to brows. So I've been talking about this particular brow product just kind of on and off on my channel. I've been using it, but this is the $1 Billion Brows Color and Control Tinted Brow in the color Raven. And it's just really grown on me. I really, really like it. And I know it grew on me because I misplaced it the other day and I was like, where's my brow gel? Where's my brow gel? And I have plenty of brow products, let me tell you, but I needed to find this one and I was like, okay, I'm really, really loving this. Now the color, this Raven color, is very, very dark. But just to show you, in case you've missed it in my previous videos, this is what this spoolie looks like. This is the container, pretty basic. And I do have a coupon code with them, I believe. I'll flash it up here, but I do have a coupon code with them if you are interested. So this is like a brow gel slash pomade with some fibers in there. Now I really, really like gels with fibers in there because I have really long brow hairs, very coarse brow hairs, but they're sparse. So I don't necessarily need the brows to be thickened in a way. I need them to be like filled in. And when I use a brow gel with some good fibers in there, it does the filling in where I don't have to go in with like a pencil. It is like the perfect lazy woman's tool. So I've been really loving this, and I kind of compared it to the Tom Ford Fiber Brow Gel. That Fiber Brow Gel was just a little bit drier, which I liked going on. I don't really like mascaras or brow gels that are too wet, just because I feel like they're just kind of messy. So the Tom Ford Fiber Brow Gel is a little bit drier than this one, I will say, if you remember using that one like from way back in the day. In terms of fibers, very, very similar. And then this one sets down like just a little bit firmer than the Tom Ford Fiber Brow Gel. That one really held my brows, but it was like I couldn't feel them. This has a little bit more like firmness there. So if you need a little bit more control, this is actually probably better for you. But I've been really, really enjoying this brow gel. It's great. I love it. Absolutely love it. So that's the $1 Billion Brows Color and Control Tinted Brow Gel. And I think they have 3 shades. I'm hoping they come out with a shade that's like a cool gray, like a gray or a cool toned deep brown, because that's that's the one I would use. So I'm gonna sit here and hope that they come out with that. Okay, moving on to eyeshadow. Now again, I'm guilty of mentioning a product that is fairly new, so to say it's a recent faves is kind of a stretch, but this is basically just a new shade in an existing formula, much like the other things I mentioned. So this is the Westman Atelier iPods in Toujours, and I really love it. I really love it. I'm glad they went back to the putty texture, not the pooty, the putty texture. And these are the most basic shades, but it is like the little black dress in your wardrobe. These are just shades you know you're gonna wear and use. Okay, there's absolutely no denying the fact that these are not groundbreaking. These are not exciting in any way, but I love the formula and I love the fact that they're basic. I very rarely do a really exciting glitzy eye, so I just love this. I just know I'm going to use this. As you can see, I have used this quite a bit already, but they do have a nice putty texture. They're not super soft. They're not like those souffle eyeshadows like from Surratt, which are almost like a firm jelly. These have a little bit more to them, but they are almost like clay-like. I've been using the Westman Atelier eyeshadow 2 brush with them, which has been a perfect complement. I'm gonna go into Beige, which is the middle shade, and just basically apply this all over. And this shade, once I get it on my lid, I hope the color is coming across. Actually, let me move you a little bit. How's that? You're a little bit more like head on. Once I get this shade on my lid, it has like a really beautiful caramel color. That's so great. It's like the same color as all of those like camel sweaters that I love. This is gonna be so perfect for the fall season. And so easy to apply. Now, these iPods are great with your fingers also, but if you have nails, like I have nails right now, it's too hard to get my finger in there, but I have, when I've had shorter nails, I have been able to use these with just my fingers, and they're great that way too. Okay, I'm gonna use my Refer Shoto 00 brush in the light shade, which is Vanilla. The inner corner, just to brighten it up a little. These are all matte shades, or like a demi-matte. Then I'm gonna go in, same brush, and go into the deepest shade, which is this Cafe Creme, rich brown shade, and just pick up a little bit. I'm just gonna kind of emphasize my outer corner here. Just a little. And then just kind of run under my lash line here. That's it, just a really soft, soft look, which I love, you guys know I love. So loving, loving, loving this new iPod's shade. It's just, it's so great. And it's also a perfect complement to the other 4 iPods that I have. Just works perfectly, like works right in with all of those other shades. Okay, I'm gonna curl my lashes. I haven't really been doing like a hard eyeliner, only because I feel like it's such a harsh look, and I'm liking a really soft eye. I just feel like it looks a little bit more youthful. And I've been using this Hermes mascara in the shade 2, which is basically their brown. And, you know, it's okay. It's all right. I love the color of it. I love that it's soft. It's not like, again, I'm into this soft eye look. It's not like a really, you know, bold black. And I do feel like this mascara, you know, does what mascara is supposed to do. It thickens my lashes, makes my lashes stand out a little bit more, it keeps them curled for the most part. It doesn't smudge or whatever. I think it's just a really nice mascara. Anyway, this wasn't meant to be part of my favorites. I didn't have a mascara favorites, but I thought I would use this today and give you a quick little hot take on the Hermes mascara. Okay, let's move on. So for lips, I did want to mention the new Say lip liners. I really, really love this lip liner because it's like the Goldilocks of lip liners. It's not too firm where it drags, you know, across your lips, but it's not too creamy where you feel like it's just, again, it's kind of messy. It's like a super wet mascara or super wet brow gel. When like pencils, eye pencils and lip pencils, when they're too creamy, I just feel like, I don't know, they glide too easily, and they just, I don't know, they just don't work right. But the Say is like all the things that I love in a pencil. It is the type that you sharpen, which I love because they don't dry out as quickly as the ones that, you know, roll up and down. And it's that Goldilocks formula. So again, I don't feel like it's super creamy where it's just gliding across my skin, but it's not tugging or anything. It's definitely not dry in any way. It's almost like a makeup product that I feel like we're getting back to basics. You know, we're like not bothering with really crazy like formulas or anything. Like this is just a great basic lip pencil and I'm here for it. I really, really love it. Oh, I'm using this shade. I think this is Flirt. Yeah, Flirt. I really like Flirt and Wink. Those are the 2 shades that I've been using the most. And I'm gonna throw on an oldie but goodie. This is the Armani Prism lip gloss. I feel like I'm about halfway done with this lip gloss and I just love it. I love it. I've mentioned this before. I just wanted to throw it on again, so here we are. I brought this to Milan. I pretty much kept this in my purse. This is what I threw on whenever I need a little something on my lips. And it's just great. I feel like I've thrown it on with a gazillion different lip liners. Looks great with every single lip liner. So I'm just mentioning this again, even though I sound like a broken record at this point. There's no fragrance. There's nothing unexpected with this lip gloss. It's kind of like the Say lip liner. I feel like we've got just a really beautiful, basic lip gloss. It has a nice shine, it's not too shiny. Again, we're not doing anything funky, and it's got just the most beautiful reflect. There's just the teensiest bit of a color shift in there. This is the Nude Glow shade. Sorry, I don't remember if I said that, but that's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. I'm still going hard with it. I'm probably gonna have to get another one soon. And another lip combo that I have been loving, I just didn't want to put on today because it's a little bit more dramatic than this look, but it's this combo. So Laura Mercier came out with new Caviar matte lipsticks, and you guys know, I am not the biggest like matte lipstick lover. However, the formula of this lipstick is so nice. It is called a smoothing. They're like Caviar smoothing matte lipsticks, I think is the full name. And the smoothing part is no lie. It's really interesting. It's like I put it on my lips and I feel like my lips, like all the little wrinkles or whatever, the natural wrinkles in my lips, just sort of get filled in a way. It's the coolest. And anytime you've seen me wearing, actually in Friday's video, I was wearing this shade. Yeah, my lips just don't look dry the way they do, especially when I put on a matte lipstick. So I've been loving this formula, but the shade that I've been wearing the most is Brown Suede. It just brings me back to the 90s. Look at this color. It has just a hint of pink in there, but it's pretty much just like brown. It's like a clay brown, and I love it. I absolutely love it. The only downside for me, the only downside to these Laura Mercier lipsticks is that there's a fragrance, and it's kind of an odd fragrance. It's very perfumey. It's not like birthday cake or whatever. It's not fruity. It's very perfumey. And I think the only fragrances that I really don't mind at all are like the chocolate, birthday cake, whatever, or the fruity ones. This one, it's not my favorite. I mean, I've gotten over it. I wear that lipstick all the time, but I just wanted to point it out because I think it may bother you. Like if you're really sensitive to fragrance, I think it may bother you. So anyway, that's the only downside, but yeah, I love it. I love it. And for someone who doesn't like matte lipsticks, this is a great one. Like if you want to give matte lipsticks another go, maybe try this formula. I think you'll really like it. And I love using this lip liner with it. Now this lip liner is the color that I'm pretty sure she used on me for my Prada show look in Milan. So I used an incredible makeup artist. She's so sweet, and she just like got my style like right away. So anyway, she used a really dark lip liner and like a cool red, slightly berry color on my lips. But it's this Makeup Forever artist pencil in Endless Cacao. It's number 506, but here's that shade. So it does a really beautiful job like contouring, and it's definitely a look, especially if you want to pair it with something like a little bit red. You can go onto my Instagram and check out the look that I had, because you can really like very definitively see that I have like a different lip liner on from the lip color, but it just works. It was just phenomenal. Anyway, so I really like this combo. When I'm looking for something kind of like 90s, grungy, a little bit more, dramatic, something less natural, that is what I have been going for. So anyway, so those are all of my makeup favorites. Let's move over actually to my living area because I have some home fragrance favorites, and then we'll move upstairs. I've got some skincare and like a few fashion-y pieces to show you. Two home fragrances to mention. The first one is this Byredo candle. It's the Choco Mascarpone. Now, I think I got this almost a year ago. I think I got this when my friend Laura, who has been helping me out, she was here in town, and I think, did I order this? Anyway, it doesn't matter. I've had this for a long time. Now, for some reason, it was just kind of sitting in my cabinet, and then I took it out, and I set it, and I think I maybe lit it once, blew it out, didn't think much of it. And so I kind of took it back out just, I don't know, it was actually before I left for Italy, and I started burning it, and I was like, this is fantastic. Because you know what it smells like? It kind of smells like hot cocoa. It has like a creamy chocolate to it, so it doesn't smell like, you know, like dark chocolate or something, or it doesn't smell too sweet. It really smells like, yeah, like you are making like true to life hot cocoa on the stovetop with like milk and maybe some like chocolate nibs or whatever. It has that kind of feel to it. And then the mascarpone part, mascarpone, it just makes it like a little bit lighter. It's not too heavy of like a chocolate scent. It doesn't like go into coffee or anything like that. It just keeps it really almost like marshmallowy, but not that sweet. And that's what I really, really like about it. It's not that sweet. You just get like this hint of a chocolate. So it's just great in the kitchen. It's great in the dining room. Oh my gosh, it's so complimentary. If you do have like other gourmand scents, it's really complimentary to that. I just finished my Diptyque Narguilé, which has a really strong like honey fragrance, which I really like in the summertime, which is why it's pretty much done now. And I lit both and I thought, I wonder how this is gonna smell together. And it was great. They really kind of like fed into each other, like the chocolate and the honey. It was really nice. Anyway, I wanted to mention this because, well, not only is it like just a gorgeous looking candle, but it is a delight. It just smells so, so, so good. And I just think it's the perfect time of the year. I think because it smells like hot cocoa, now that like finally the seasons here in Vegas are starting to change a little bit. It's so nice. I love it. So that has been fantastic. So that's like my new favorite candle. And then this reed diffuser from Hotel Lobby. This is a company I'd never heard of. They sent a PR box to me. I was like, oh, that's so nice. Really beautiful. I was like, oh, I'll set this out. This fragrance is scrumptious. It is a little sweet, but again, not like obnoxiously sweet because I don't like really strong, sweet, like candy smells. This, I believe, has like cedar in there. It has like bergamot. Actually, let me look up the notes so I'm not lying. And they do have a candle of this, by the way. But I got the reed diffuser because I think these are new to the line. Okay, so the notes are amber, sweet sage, cedar leaf, bergamot, and saffron. Oh my God, it's so, so good. So it's not overpowering. It comes with 9 reeds, and I put in, I think 4 to start. And if you want like a stronger scent, basically, whenever you use a reed diffuser, you just put more of the reeds in. So now I'm up to 7 reeds. I feel like I should just put the other 2 in here. But it's so good. I'm trying to decide if it smells like a perfume that I know of. I think so. This is pretty unique, I have to say. Oh, but it's so beautiful. I just get whiffs of it when I'm around where it's sitting, and I feel like it's seasonless. I don't associate like summer to it, or the holidays, or fall. It's like slightly fresh, a little clean, a little sweet. It's like a little bit of everything. Oh my God, it's so good. It's such a great combination of notes. I'm sitting here like huffing this thing. Anyway, been loving these. Oh, and these two smell great together. So I have this like on my kitchen counter, and I have this like right over there, just, I don't know, maybe 10 feet away. It smells great together. Love it. Love it. So the Byredo Choco Mascarpone and the Hotel Lobby New York. I think I want to try to get the candle of it because reed diffusers can be a little bit more subtle sometimes. All right, let's go upstairs and I will share with you some skincare and and some other goodies. Okay, I think I've shared this with you in a favorites video before, but not in a long time. This is the Frederick Malle Promise. I was kind of reminded of this. I mean, I love this fragrance. It is definitely like top 10 for me. But I was reminded of this fragrance when I was in Milan. Zohair, who is Julie's client advisor at Prada, he like showed up one day to meet us, and I was like sniffing him like I was a dog. I was like, what? Don't tell me. I was like, I know this fragrance. I was like, oh my God, I love it. I love it. I love it. And he was like being very coy. And I thought, okay, tell me. And he said, it's Promise, Frederick Malle. And I was like, oh, yes. I was like, oh my God, I love that fragrance. I have to whip it back out when I go home. Anyway, I whipped it back out. I've been wearing this nonstop since I got home. It is definitely a little bit on the heavier side. It's very unisex. There is a sweetness to it, but like a tobacco leaves sweetness versus like candy, which I keep saying I'm not the biggest fan of like sugary sweet type of things. Oh my God, this is so good though. Okay, so the top notes for Promise: pink pepper, rosemary oil, apple accord. Middle notes: Bulgarian rose oil, Turkish rose absolute, and clove oil. I think that's what I really smell a lot of. The base notes: patchouli heart, ambroxan, and labdanum. Oh, and cypriol heart. I've never heard that before, cypriol heart. Anyway, I think it's the clove oil that I was kind of describing as, it's like sweet, but not candy sweet. It's just, I mean, that combination, it's so interesting. It's so unique. It's really special. It's really, really special. There's such a warmth to it without it being overbearing. Like sometimes there are some really warm wintertime scents that I feel like are like kind of suffocating. This has a lightness to it, but it's very warm. And I definitely associate this fragrance to like late fall, like depths of winter. Oh, it's so good. Just divine. So anyway, I wanted to mention Promise because I've basically like rediscovered it again thanks to Zohair. So I have some hair care products to share with you. I've been using the Reverie shampoo and conditioner, and I like their milk product, which is like a heat protectant kind of lotion cream kind of product that you massage into your hair while it's still wet after you've cleansed it. That product I've loved for a very long time. I've been using it, it's wonderful. So I've never used any of Reverie's other products until these two guys. If you have fine hair, I think this is for you. Or hair that is, because my hair isn't that fine, hair that basically just needs a little bit of body, it needs a little bit of life, because my hair is kind of coarse, and it's getting even coarser now that it's going gray, but it's a little lifeless. It can be very, very limp. And, like dry shampoos will help a little bit. I do really still enjoy the Ombre Magnificent Volume shampoo. And I think I've talked about that for sure in my favorites. And I've talked about how that shampoo, it almost has like a little bit of dry shampoo built into it. So your hair feels clean, right? You go through the whole cleaning process. And then I always do like a cursory dry of my hair. And then if I'm gonna go and like style it or whatever, I do that once my hair is like 90% dry. So after using the Ombre Magnificent Volume shampoo, it would feel like, oh, like even I just didn't put any styling, anything in my hair, it would feel like it had a little something in there, like a little grit. And I was like, oh, this is kind of nice. I guess that's what gave it volume. This is even more so than that. This has even a little bit more of like a dry shampoo feel in your hair after you've washed it. So my hair feels completely clean. I'll just throw in some of the milk. Let me pull that out. So this is the product I've been yammering on about. This is the Reverie milk product. So I'll pump a few squirts out on my hand, I'll massage into my hair. It's like a nice heat protectant. It's a nice sort of, like softener, because again, my hair is kind of coarse. And then I'll just blow dry my hair. I won't put any styling products in it, not, before the cursory dry. And I was like, wow, like my hair just had like a nice lift in the back. It felt like it had just sort of like built-in body. And I love it. I love it. So the shampoo actually has like a very thin kind of texture to it. So I was a little bit shocked because, I opened this up and I went to squeeze it and a lot came out. So if you do purchase this shampoo, just know that it's on the thinner side. So just be careful. Like you don't even need to squeeze the bottle. It'll just start coming out. The conditioner is more like a typical conditioner, so I did have to squeeze that. I was just really surprised at how it made my hair feel. I do wear my hair back a lot because I'm just lazy. But anytime you've seen my hair like down and straight, I've been using the Reverie shampoo. Yeah, I'm just really pleased with how much body it gives my hair, and my hair my hair looks shinier after I use it as well. So yeah, I'm just really impressed. I love it. I continue to love these Reverie products, just good stuff. And I feel like the aesthetic for all of these products are really nice too. So I like seeing them like sitting in my shower or on my countertop. Okay, two more skincare, body care type things. So I've been dabbling more and more into Dr. Barbara Sturm things. I feel like I got off on the wrong foot with her. So way back, I want to say, I don't know, maybe 6 years ago, I tried her anti-aging, I think like body lotion. And I was like, what's anti-aging body lotion? Like what could that do? And so I used that, I used up the whole bottle and I was like, okay, it's like a lotion. I didn't feel like it was very special. So I was like, all right. And then I tried, and I apologize, I can't remember, but I tried another product of hers and I was like, I kind of don't get it. I really was like, okay, like everything is fine. Everything was like very unoffensive. No fragrance, didn't break me out. I didn't have a bad reaction to it, but I just didn't see what was like special. And then, if you guys remember this, if you guys have been with me for a while, I tried her hyaluronic acid. Whoa, I was like, wow, this is the best hyaluronic product I've used ever. At that point, that was maybe 4 years ago. And it's a serum basically. And well, speaking of, I've been using this night serum of hers as well, and this is very good too. But I do like the hyaluronic serum more. So far, that's my favorite product of hers. So anyway, because of that, I've been trying other things like this night serum, and I decided to try her makeup remover because her things are so fragrance-free and like gentle and clean, you know, clean. I was like, let me try the makeup remover. This is great. You guys know I love my Kogendo cleansing spa water. And this has like similar properties. Like I'll speak about them in a very similar way. They're both really, really gentle, but really, really effective. And I just love that when I'm done kind of like, you know, using the makeup remover and I've gotten everything off, my skin doesn't feel dry or doesn't feel oily. Like it's not one of those, you know, biphasal cleansers, which are great for waterproof mascara. This takes off waterproof mascara. You know, you kind of have to like leave it on a little bit more. It's probably not as fast as a biphasal cleanser, but it's just as effective. You just have to be a little bit more patient with it. And I just love the way it makes my skin feel. I don't feel like I just stripped it or I have oil all over it. Like neither end. It really is like right in between. It's just great. You just have to remember to shake. Shake well before you use this. You don't have to shake the cleansing spa water. But this is a fantastic makeup remover. I'm really happy that I gave this a shot. And also, I feel kind of silly even talking about hand wash, but it's probably not the first time I've talked about hand wash. I really like hand wash. I really like hand wash, especially when they're fragrance. Like you guys know, I love my Jo Malone hand washes, my Diptyque hand washes. This hand wash I love for completely different reasons because, like I keep mentioning, this is completely fragrance free, which is great. And what I love about this hand wash, I can say hands down, this is the only hand wash I've ever used that cleans my hands, but makes my hands feel the way they felt before I washed them. Like they don't feel, you know, extra dry. They don't feel like it's like an oil cleanser of any kind. It just, like, I almost feel like it cleans my skin and then just leaves it alone. Like it just leaves the skin on my hands just feeling balanced. Like I don't feel like I have to put lotion on them. And it's amazing. It's amazing. So I love her hand wash. What can I say? I love it. Okay, let's move on to some fashiony stuff. We're gonna go into my closet, which is a total mess. Okay, I would be remiss if I did not mention my new Lucifer Veronestis brown sapphire earrings. They're rose-cut brown sapphires set in 18 karat rose gold, and the rose gold has some diamonds around them. Are these not absolutely gorgeous? I've gone on and on about Luna's, who's the designer behind Lucifer Veronestis jewelry. I've gone on and on about her artistry, her craftsmanship, her genius. So I'm not going to bore you too much with that, but I love these earrings. Ironically, I mean, I'm wearing another pair of Luna's earrings. I'm not wearing these today, but I've been wearing these non-stop since I got back from Milan. I just love them. And this brown color is so unique because it's not solid brown. It's not even like translucent. It looks slightly mirrored. Oh my God, they're just gorgeous. And she was kind enough in gifting me the ring version for my birthday. So this is in the Reticolo setting. And same idea, rose cut brown sapphire in 18 karat rose gold. Now, she is running a coupon on all rings and earrings, 10% off through October 15th. So take advantage, you guys. Fine jewelry does not get marked down ever or often. And one of a kind, handcrafted fine jewelry definitely does not get marked down. So take advantage. Rings and earrings, 10% off with my code. I'll flash it up here on the screen. But these earrings just really blew me away. So gorgeous. So wanted to mention those. Definite favorite of mine over the past month. And then I have a pair of shorts to mention, which timing wise couldn't be worse because they're in the wash. These are the Lululemon Hottie Hot High Rise shorts, 4 inches. I have them in black and I got them in size 10 because I wanted them to be comfortable. I definitely don't want like tight shorts, especially when I'm like lifting weights or whatever. The size 10 is great for me if you use me as a size reference. The size 10 is great. Size 8 would probably fit, like if you do want a closer fit, but the size 10s are fantastic. These, and I've just purchased a whole bunch of shorts, as you guys know, and these for working out have been the absolute best. Like working out, like lifting weights, going for a walk or whatever, all those things, the absolute best. They're so comfortable. There's like a liner on the inside that never bothers me. Sometimes like liners will bother me, like if they're too tight in the elastic or whatever. These are not, they never bother me. The band, the waistband, and I'll flash a picture of them up if I haven't already. The waistband is wide enough, so it's just super comfortable. The material is like light and soft, like very soft. Yeah, they're just like the best fitting, most comfortable, good looking workout shorts that I've experienced. I usually wear tights and I'm probably going back to tights in a bit, but all summer I've been wearing these shorts, so I just wanted to mention those to you. And that is it for my recent favorites. I hope you guys enjoy that. I hope you guys enjoy the more casual format. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next one.